moment Stray was originally released, the gaming world fell in love with it. Stray is one of the standout independent games of 2022, from its cute affectations of snuggling up to NPCs or its dedicated meow button to the greater breadth of its cyberpunk aesthetic. Although Stray is a little game, it presents a complex tale with several complex elements. While players discover some of Stray's riddles, several open questions or unresolved issues have been left unexplained, fueling rumors of a sequel. One such puzzle is the fate of the humans who created the universe in which Stray is set and left behind a race of robots defending against the growing, all-consuming menace of Zerg invasion. Despite its cyberpunk aesthetic and endearing gameplay, the reason why humans have disappeared in Stray could be incredibly dark. Let's find out answers to some of the questions in this video. Starting from first question, what actually happened to the humans? Players can learn what happened to the earlier humanity through B12's jumbled recollections, different environmental narrative techniques, and NPC encounters. Early on, it's simple to think that the demise of mankind was brought on by the voracious alien Zergs. But B12 later reveals that the Zergs really arrived after humans had left, not before, and that they were just hyper-evolved bacteria manufactured by humans to deal with the garbage overflow in the enclosed metropolis. Though not directly to blame for humanity's demise, the Zergs do offer the first hint as to the real cause: tampering with science. By the time the game is through, it becomes clear that the humans were indeed wiped out by a pandemic, as proven by B12, who is arguably the last human still alive. The epidemic is never given a name, no symptoms are ever described, no cause is ever specified, and even when the credits start to roll, it is still completely undefined. However, it may be deduced from context cues that the epidemic struck after the city had been sealed, not before. This indicates that whatever the epidemic was, it had flourished behind the city's impenetrable walls and had spread quickly without any intervention from those in control. This leads us to the second question: what actually caused the plague? There are additional hints that are less immediately made out to the player and that might be easily missed if they don't know with certainty what the epidemic was triggered by or how it spread. For instance, it is told that the out was locked off from the city players travel through because the outside was unsuitable for supporting human existence. However, B12 immediately ignores this truth, insisting that everything must be secure now that the cat has arrived from outside and is in good condition. However, this is the second hint that gamers can miss. Outside of the cats and a few birds, there are no indications of life. More significantly, gamers should consider why a cat was chosen as the game's main character. It is implied that there may be a more sinister relationship between the cat's ability to survive outside of the city's walls and the spread of the illness that led to humanity's demise. It suddenly becomes a possibility that perhaps humankind had been experimenting with more than simply trash-eating microorganisms when the preceding finding that humanity had been carrying out genetic experiments and modifying bacteria is combined. For instance, T. ugandii is a parasite that may infect warm-blooded animals and cause toxoplasmosis. However, it is more notable for its propensity for infection and reproduction in domestic cats, which is also the most frequent method it spreads to people. So the question that finally arises is that, what can we draw out from this? Did the cats cause plague? It ultimately concludes that by combining these ideas, humans may have unintentionally brought about their own extinction through its scientific activities. It's possible that the T. ugandii parasite, which scientists artificially made more harmful, escaped and moved into household cats. Once within the walls of the enclosed city, it then spread like wildfire among the inhabitants. The domestic cat exemplifies how simple it would have been for the rogue parasite to spread, since humans quickly exhibit compassion to cats without giving it a second thought. Moreover, with no specific timeline on when the city was first sealed and why it happened, beyond B12's vague assertions of the outside being close to apocalyptic, it might actually stand to reason that the city was sealed in response to plague. By attempting to seal the cats outside the city limits within a hermetic dome, humanity could have been attempting to stave off the plague. This would even help to explain B12's comments on how indifferent and ineffective the humans were in handling the plague, as they were aware of the plague's origins and wanted to keep quiet, and additionally realized that despite their efforts there was nothing more to be done as it surged. Though speculative, there are sufficient pieces laid out by Stray to make a strong case for a darker narrative hidden beneath the charming visuals and characters. For an indie game that took a novel direction in gameplay, It's likely that Blue 12 Studio kept the scope its story limited in order to ensure that the gaming experience was perfected. Following the game's reception, the studio is now in a solid position to consider the game's future, as it has harnessed a niche corner of the gaming scene with commendable results. Possible stray sequels or DLCs could further explore the world made by Blue 12, possibly even exploring if the humans survived or where this plague came from. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you have so far enjoyed the video. If yes, then subscribe to the channel and like the video in order to see more gaming content like this. Comment below with your own speculation on this topic and I would love to read them. So that's it for the video for the time being. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.